Welcome or welcome back to another episode of the ChopMaster Show here on the flomeinchopstix channel. I'm your host, Flomain, and as y'all see, we in a new location, man. We in the living room with it, man. We got the couch, brand new couch, brand new pillows that came with the couch, brand new, it's not brand new, but coffee table. We finally got some furniture in this crib, man. We got something, so we don't got everything, but we got something, small. And I'm happy, I'm excited, bro, because now I get to expand my horizon. I get to switch the location, switch the scenery, do different things, try out different things. I can have guests now, since it's not just one chair, it's a whole couch. I can have people over. We could talk shit. We could do whatever now, because, you know what I'm saying? It's small progression. And, this is me putting money back into the podcast, back into what's important, you know what I'm saying? And if y'all haven't already, make sure y'all tap in with the social medias. flomeinchopstix on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. flomeinchopstix. That's that right there. And today's episode, I have a bit of a serious episode. If y'all hear shit in the background, man, it's Baltimore, you know what I'm saying? So you're going to hear sirens, you're going to hear random shit, you know what I'm saying? So just try to ignore it, but I'm just letting you know if you hear shit. Yeah, if you hear kids screaming and shit, man, whatever. But like I was saying, today's episode is going to be a little more serious, on the serious side, because I'm going to be touching on something that's very, 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 that a lot of us are going through, and something that I am going to openly confess on camera and put it on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of y'all are struggling with this, and this is something I'm struggling with myself. But I feel like the only way for us to grow and for us to get better with this certain topic and this certain thing that I'm about to talk about, the only way we can actually grow and get better is by discussing it and by having conversation about it. And enough beating around the bush. I'm about to just address it. I'm gonna be talking about my lust addiction. Yep, my lustful addiction, and it's not just one specific thing. It's not like just sex or porn or masturbation. It's not just one thing. It's just the entire thing, the entirety of it. You know what I'm saying? The entirety of it, and just lust and how it has affected me, how it has, impacted my life. From me talking to random people, me talking to women, me just thinking, me going about my day, me doing daily activities, how it has impacted me. And I just wanted to just put it on camera and have y'all relate. Hopefully some of y'all can relate. And if I can just even touch one person out there, one person that's going through the same thing, I feel like this will be worth it. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to it, man. I got some questions here, because I really want to break this shit down. So I've always had this, addiction, you know what I'm saying? Whether that be porn, whether that be masturbation, whether that be, just over-sexualizing women. I've always had this shit, and I feel like it's so normal now in our society because of what's being pushed on social media, what we see on TV. You know what I'm saying? We literally see fucking OnlyFans being just normalized as if it's nothing. Like, it's literally nothing. And it really does something to your psyche when you're constantly exposed to that. When you're constantly seeing that on your phone. First thing you do when you wake up and you go on your phone, you see a naked woman on your phone. You see a naked woman on your feed, on Instagram or on Twitter or some shit. And it's something that I've dealt with since, as just literally as long as I can remember, probably since like middle school. Probably since middle school, this is something that has affected me because growing up, I was never like a player, I never like bagged the most women in the world. I wasn't like a player in no shit, So you being in like circles, you being in your friend group, that that becomes like you become pressure to do that. You become pressure like, you have to bag as many women as you can. You have to go talk to as many women as you can. You have to be pulling, You have to be pulling in order to validate your existence as a man. And this is something that I went throughout my entire high school years, Because I had social anxiety. I had very, very bad social anxiety in high school. And it made me anxious just even go approach a woman. Like ninth, 10th grade, nigga, I was not talking to no one, bro. I had zero, roster was literally zero. I had zero starting five. You know how motherfuckers have a starting five? I had a starting zero, bro. Like that, high school, ninth and 10th grade. It got better in 11th grade, but ninth and 10th grade especially. And that has always messed with me because, nigga, you get cooked for not getting no women. Like, nigga, you get no bitches, bro. You ass get no pussy, bro. You get no bitches. Like, you get cooked for that shit, man. And that's something that always stuck with me. So I've always made that pressure, put that pressure on myself to always try to bag as many women or just try to talk to women. Always trying to just to get that body, Just to get that body. And it has done something to me mentally because now I'm like, even when I don't see women now, like when I was in my gap year, I wasn't really seeing women like that, like not all the time because I ain't really go out like that. And the only times I did go out was to the gym or to work or to church. So that built lust within me to like start, watching porn again, That built that shit in me to start watching the hub, Start, stroking the chicken, you hear me? And I'm smiling, I'm laughing, but it's a serious topic because I know a lot of men are going through this shit. And I still find pieces of that, from time to time. I still find pieces of that, reoccurring in my life, I might go a while without doing none of that. I might go a while without, watching the hub or, beating my shit. I might go like a time period without doing that shit. And then I just get hooked back into that. I'll get hooked back into that. And it's like it's a tug of war type shit for my lust. It's a tug of war. You know what I'm saying? And it's bad because it's like, bro, it's stopping me from doing a lot of things. I feel like it's taking away time and energy for me, like doing great things. But like once you get caught in that shit, bro, it's so hard to break that, addiction. It's so hard to break that addiction. And you just gotta like weigh which one are you gonna prioritize. You're gonna prioritize your purpose, you're gonna prioritize your bag, you're gonna prioritize your fitness, or you're gonna prioritize pussy and trying to have sex. Which one are you gonna prioritize? You know what I mean? Like, are y'all following me? I hope y'all following me. I hope I'm not losing y'all, man. Because I really want to go into this shit. I really want to, dive deep into this. And even just like not that long ago, I just found myself back into that cycle, back into that, that space of me just getting on the hub, Me just going crazy, you hear me? Going crazy on this shit, you know what I mean? Like just going crazy on the meat, man. And I had to like just look at myself like, bro, like you want to do great things in your life, bro. You want to start a podcast. You want to be a business owner. You want to take care of your family. You want to build generational wealth. You want to have an impact on the world. But you's letting this one shit, this one thing, this sex addiction, this lustful addiction, like just put a brakes to all that. You're letting it, putting a break to all that. And that shit gets scary because, like I said, it's like you got to weigh which one are you going to prioritize, you know what I'm saying? And you're trying to prioritize the good, but like your mind, your body is so caught up with what you see on social media, the things that trigger your lust. You're just so caught up in that it's just so hard to put that shit down unless you just completely off social media. Like, that's why I don't be on social media like that. Well, that's one of the reasons. There's a plethora of reasons why I don't like being on social media, but we're not talking about that right now. That's a different topic for a different day. You know what I'm saying? But it gets bad because, like I said, you just start fucking up your whole priority. Like, you start losing energy. You start, you know what I'm saying, your mental is fucked up. Your confidence is low. And that literally impacts every activity you do throughout the day. And I've noticed that time and time and time again. And part of me recording this, not only just to help, you know what I'm saying, young men out there that are going through the same thing, because I know this is an attack on masculinity. This is an attack on just on your manhood. This is an attack. Not only am I trying to help men out there that are probably going through the same shit and are facing the same, you know what I'm saying, lust that's out there, that's just this over-sexualized society. But this is also trying to help me too. I'm recording this as like me talking to me, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking accountability for the things that I've done, the way I've been living, and I'm putting it out on the internet, you know what I'm saying? I'm exposing myself. So this is gonna force me to, you know what I'm saying? Hey, now that you got your shit out there, you have to lock in now. You won't have a choice, but you have to lock in now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to use this to help free myself from that addiction and to use this as accountability. You know what I'm saying? And this shit, like I said, this shit really gets bad because it's so normalized now, man. It's so normalized and it's so just, everyone is doing it. Everyone is so caught up in trying to get some pussy. Everyone's caught up in just trying to watch, you know what I'm saying, go on the hub. Everyone's caught up with, you know, beating their shit, man. It's so normalized, man. It's so normalized. And it's like, bro, like, you see niggas now, like, just so caught up with trying to, like, just, oh, I need a bag this joint. I need a spanker. Oh, damn, I see this one joint. Oh, damn, I need a spanker too. Oh, this and that. Woo-de-woo. Damn, I done spanked 4 joints last week, man. What? No way, bro. I done spanked 5 joints last week, man. I done spanked 8 joints last month, nigga. Like, bro, you just see how niggas are just so doped up by, like, this sexualized era that we live in, and having their attention, people are profiting off their attention, off their lust. Women are making bank off that shit. Companies are making that bread off that, man. And it's like you find yourself, but like, it's so easy to get caught back in that shit, man. It's so easy, especially you hang around niggas that be on that timing. You be around niggas that be on that timing. Now you feel like, damn, I'm less of a man because my body count ain't a certain threshold. You feel like less of a man because, damn, I'm not bagging as many females as my homie is, or damn, I ain't spanking as many joints as my homies, that my whole friend group is, and you feel like you less of a man because of it, man. That's not right, bro. That's really not right. That's not right at all. And you just feel this pressure, and you take this pressure out to now you go on the hub and trying to watch some shit, some content, watch people go crazy, and you get off like that. That's how you get off. And it's like the whole mindset, the whole idea of just being so just lustful, being like lust is natural. You know what I'm saying? Us as human beings, lust is a part of the human experience. You know what I'm saying? It's part of the human experience. It's natural. You know what I'm saying? We need lust to be able to procreate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need that shit. But it's control. Like, you have to control it. You have to control it. And if you let that shit take control of your life instead of you controlling it, you realize every area of your life is going to go downhill. Your finance is going to go downhill. Your fitness is going to go downhill. Your confidence is going to go downhill. Your relationships with other people is going to go downhill. And it's bad, bro. I don't know if women face the same shit. I don't know if women are like, I heard, like, facing the exact same shit. And they're probably facing something similar, you know what I'm saying? Being sexualized. They're the ones being sexualized, and their bodies being exploited, you know, for money and shit. They probably go through something similar, but it's like the man, ours is just like, bro, it's more so mentally. It's more so mentally. That's how it's fucking with us. And it's fucked with me, man. It has been fucking with me for a long ass time. It has fucked with me for a long ass time. Like, you'll go out, you'll probably go to a party, and your whole agenda is just trying to find some joint that you can spank. That's your whole agenda. Like, you're not even out to have fun. You're not even out to, like, turn up and no shit. Your whole agenda is just to find a girl that you can talk to so you can end up spanking. And like I said, I done been caught in that cycle. You know what I'm saying? I find myself at night just bored as hell, not having any sort of anything to do. So what do I resort to? I just go on the hub and find some shit. And I just do what I do, and I immediately regret it, man. And I want to break that cycle. I'm making this so I can break that cycle. And I hope this speaks to someone out there so they can learn and they can, like, understand that, bro, you're not alone. You're not alone in this. You're not alone in this. And there's so many of us out here that's going through the same thing. But how are we going to fix this? What are ways we can fix this, right? How can we help young men with this addiction, with the society we live in today? Because, like I said, we all know the society that we live in is so sexualized, so sexualized, and it's hard. It's hard trying to, like, something's always triggering you, even if you don't even look for that shit. You don't even have to look for that shit. That shit looks for you, bro. How do we control our lustful nature? How do we control it? How can we help young men? I say the best thing we could do is be aware of the content we consume. Be very, very hyper aware of the content you consume, man. That's like number one. The people you be around, be aware of those people you be around too, and the things they talk about and how they make you feel when they talk about, you know what I'm saying, certain shit. What else could we do? Really just be aware of what you intake, your input. Be aware of the input that's coming in, and understanding that can trigger that lust. That can trigger that lust. And then even if your lust gets triggered, it's one thing for your lust to get triggered, right? Like I said, lust is natural. It's one thing for your lust to get triggered, but it's your choice to not act on it. You don't have to act on that shit, man. You don't have to act on that shit. You don't have to carry that thought process throughout the day and be thirsty trying to find some bitches or go on the hub and stroke your shit. You don't have to do that. You don't have to carry that shit with you. You know what I'm saying? So let's say hypothetically you do end up getting, horny or whatnot, and you in that position. You're in that position where it's like you're trying to weigh out your options. Like we all know where you know what I'm talking about. Like you trying to like, damn, I really want to do it, but I know I'm not supposed to. What do you do at that point, right? I feel like one thing that's important you need to do, you need to find some way to exert that energy. You know how to find some way to transmute that energy into something else more positive, whether that be working out, whether that be, working on your passion, working on a hobby. Like if you record music. If you like to write. If you like to record videos, record a video, something. Work on something. Use that energy for something positive. I feel like that's number one. Number two is self-control. Self-control is like the overarching, theme that's going to help you control this lust. And really any addiction is self-control. And self-control does not start when you're already tested, when you're already in midst of the battle of, being just 1 minute away from stroking your meat. That's not when your self-control starts. That's not when it starts. Your self-control starts throughout the entire day. It's the moment you wake up. The moment you wake up and you decide to eat a fucking burger instead of you decide to eat a burger instead of like a salad or some shit. That's when your self-control is tested. Like throughout the whole day, it's like it's momentum being built. And if you can understand that, every decision that you make is solely upon you, that you have 100% control of every decision that you make, you'll be better at making better decisions. And when that time comes, when you're cooped up, you's horny as hell, you's in the middle of the night, 2 a.m. in the morning, so you lay in your bed, you've already built that relationship with yourself that you can control your actions and you have self-control. So it'll be easier for you not to fall into that, relapse. It'll be easier for you not to relapse because you already built that sort of self-control throughout the day. So self-control is very, very important. And I say the last thing that will help you is prayer, man. Pray to God. Like connect yourself with God and just ask him to help you through these trying times. Because sometimes like you feel like you can do this on your own. You can't do it on your own, you know what I'm saying? You can't do it on your own. You need the power of God. You need God to be able to remind you that you're doing this, you're on this journey of celibacy, or you're on this journey of like no fap or semen retention, whatever you want to call it. You're on this journey for a reason. You need God to help you, remind you of that. And if you could connect to God, pray, and find yourself through prayer and be able to lock back in, I feel like that will help you. That will definitely help. That'll help the situation. But like I said, you know what I'm saying? I have a lust addiction. I have to admit. I feel like the first phase of breaking an addiction is admitting to the addiction that you have. That's how you break it. And I'm gonna admit it, bro. I'm gonna put it on camera and I'm gonna admit it. And as hard as it is to do that, it's the best thing for me. it's the best thing for me because it's either I take that first step or I let this shit continue to spiral out of control. And I done let it spiral out of control too many times. And enough is enough. I had enough now. I've had enough. It's hot as shit in here, man. It's hot as shit. But yeah, it's just be aware of what you're intaking, what you're putting into your brain, because anything could trigger it. Anything could trigger it, man. And once that shit is triggered, once your lust is triggered, it's going to be hard now to be able to make a rational decision. It's going to be hard now to be able to make a rational decision. And after a while, this shit gets easier. You know, I've done this many times. I done been in, like, you know, done NoFap. I done did semen retention. I done did that shit. And at first, it's hard. It's hard as shit at first, man. It's hard. Like, the first 14 days, that shit's hard, man. But after that, it gets much easier. It gets much, 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 much easier. You know what I'm saying? So I have faith in y'all. I know y'all can overcome this. Y'all can overcome this lust addiction. And also, another thing, one more thing before I get up out of here. Stop chasing women, man. Stop chasing women. Stop chasing women and chase your purpose, man. Because the more you chase women, the more your lust is going to be triggered. The more horny you're going to be, the more thirsty you're going to be. And that's only going to be a trigger. That's only ever going to be a trigger. And it's going to put you back in that low frequency mindset to be able to fall victim to, you know, the hub, stroking your joint, or even having like just sex with someone that you don't even give a fuck about, bro. And that shit's like, just stop chasing, bro. Just stop chasing. Stop chasing, bro, because you're exerting all the energy and time to someone, to something that is like, bro, it's not worth it at the end of the day, bro. When you could be exerting that energy to something more meaningful, it then get greater results, and then the female is going to be chasing you, you know what I'm saying? Now, of course, this don't mean that you should never talk to another female ever again in your life until you make $1 million. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying just stop chasing and stop being in that mindset of chasing, that scarcity mindset of, oh, I need a bagger, I need a bagger, I need a bagger so I can spank. Stop being in that mindset, you know what I'm saying? This is me talking to myself, too. I'm talking to myself. Literally, this whole video is me talking to myself. But I feel like that's something a lot of men we go through and we face too, is being subconsciously chasing for pussy, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I feel like that's everything I want to say in this video, man. I ain't gonna lie, I have a 30-minute, you know what I'm saying, timer on this recording joint, bro. So like, I can only record for 30 minutes at a time before it automatically turns off. So it's about that time for me to get up out of here. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. And make sure y'all tap in with the social medias, Chopsticks, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.